Adventurous kids, explore with education and learning what a wild life is in the Everglades. I want to explore the Museum of Discovering Science. What plants do butterflies like? I want to know about Key West Adventurous Kids, learning and fun. Adventurous Kids!
Today I'm going to tell you about diffusion. Diffusion is a physical process where molecules of a material move from an area of high concentration where there are many molecules to an area of low concentration where there are fewer molecules. Diffusion is important to living things because it allows tiny particles like oxygen to move from areas where they are concentrated, like the air in your lungs, to areas where they are needed, like your blood cells, essentially delivering essential substances to your body while also removing waste products from your cells, all without needing any energy to do so. When you sprinkle sprinkles on a cupcake, they naturally spread out to cover the whole surface. That's kind of like diffusion. Diffusion usually happens in a solution in gas or in liquid. It is possible to see diffusion happening when two liquids are mixed in a transparent container. It describes the constant movement of particles in all liquid and gases. These particles move in all directions, bumping into each other. Diffusion can only work with gases and liquids. Molecules tend to move from places of high concentration to places of low concentration just by moving randomly. Molecules naturally move down concentration gradients. That is from an area with a high concentration of molecules to an area of lower concentration. They keep doing this until a state of balance or equilibrium is reached. Molecules don't actually stop moving at equilibrium, but their movement doesn't mix things up anymore. Diffusion occurs most slowly in the solid state of matter because the particles in a solid are tightly packed together and have very limited movement, making diffusion significantly slower compared to liquids and gases. Diffusion is widely used in various fields such as biology, physics, chemistry, etc. Diffusion can be classified two main types: simple diffusion and facilitated diffusion. Simple diffusion is when tiny particles like the colors in food dye naturally spread out from a place where they are really crowded, high concentration, to a place where there are fewer of them, low concentration. Kind of like when you spray perfume in a room and the smell slowly reaches everywhere. Sugar dissolves in water through a process of diffusion, which is the movement of substances from areas of high concentration to areas of low concentration. Sugar gets dissolved evenly and sweetens the water without having to stir it. Facilitated diffusion is like when you need get help getting through a crowded room. It's a way for molecules to move across a cell membrane, but they need a special protein helper to get through because they can't just pass through on their own. It's still a passive movement, meaning no extra energy is needed, and the molecules always move from where they are more concentrated to where they are less concentrated. Electricity works through diffusion as well. Electrons will move from the charged part of a wire to the uncharged part of a wire, creating an electric current. Fusion of thermal energy refers to the process where heat thermal energy is transferred through a material from a region of a higher temperature to a region of a lower temperature due to the random movement of molecules, essentially diffusing the heat throughout the material. This is also known as thermal conduction, where a transfer occurs without any bulk movement of the material itself. Visible light is actually a type of thermal radiation. When something gets hot enough, some of its energy diffuses away in the form of visible light. Objects that give off both light and heat while utilizing diffusion include incandescent light bulbs with frosted glass, the sun due to atmospheric scattering, a lampshade with diffusing material, a campfire, a candle flame, and even a simple light shining through a translucent curtain. Essentially, any light source where the light is scattered or spread out by diffusing surface, creating a softer, less focused glow. Areas of high density are due to the random movement of fluid molecules likely to spread out within their boundary until they can do so no longer. Thank you for watching this diffusive episode of Adventurous Kids. Yeah!
What did you learn today?
Adventurous Kids!
Adventurous Kids!
What was the most interesting fact?
Adventurous Kids!
Adventurous Kids!
Adventurous Kids!
Yeah!